Hi friends, welcome back. So today I have created a simple to-do web application using JSP, Servlet, JDBC and MySQL. Alright, and I have made a tutorial on this project and I have published on my website. So over here you can see this is the tutorial in which I have explained how to build a simple to-do web application using JSP, Servlet, JDBC and MySQL. Alright, so recently I'm getting a lot of requests from the users saying that they want web applications using JSP Servlet, JDBC and MySQL. So that's why I have created this simple to-do web application for beginners to quickly learn these technologies. Alright, so I'm going to demonstrate you the coding part and the demo of this tutorial in this video tutorial. And for step-by-step explanation, you can just visit this write-up tutorial. I will be providing a link of this tutorial along with this YouTube video. Alright, so to keep it simple, I divided this tutorial into 3 parts, and here you can see each part covers their respective topics. In the first part, I have covered user registration model and login model, and second part I have created to do features, and third part I have covered how to deploy and how to deploy and demo of this application. Perfect, right? So typically in to-do management application, basically user post register to the to-do management application, and once user get registered, then user can able to log into the to-do management application, and user can manage the to-dos. Like user can add the to-do, user can update the existing to-do, and user can delete the to-do, and user can complete the to-do. So these are the simple features we are going to see in this to-do management application. Alright, I would like to show you the demo. Alright, so here you can see by default login page will be displayed here, and this is the to-do management application where basically user post need to sign up, and then user can use sign up for details in order to log into this to-do app. Alright, so first you need to sign up or you need to register. In order to do that, you just click on sign up button over here. Here is the tab, just click on sign up tab here, and you can see here this is the user registration form. Just fill up the details and just hit submit. Alright, just enter post name as Ramesh, last name is Fortare, username as Ramesh Fortare, password password 123. Alright, so once you are happy with the details, then hit submit button. Here we go. Well, we have signed up successfully. So once user registers successfully, then user can able to get this success message. Perfect, right? Alright, so once we sign up this to-do app, then we can able to log in. In order to log in, just click on login tab over here, and now you can enter the username that we have signed up. Username is Ramesh Vartare, password I have to password 123, and hit submit. Perfect. So once login is successful, then we navigate to this to-do management application. Alright, so this is the list of to-do page where basically we create a to-do and you can see the list of to-dos over here. Alright, let's go ahead and let's add the to-dos. Just click on add to-do and let's add to-do like learn Hibernate. So I'm going to learn Hibernate and give the same description, and by default you can keep in progress, and I would like to complete this Hibernate learning stuff up to end of this month. So this is my target. Within that I need to learn Hibernate. This is how the to-do can create a to-do, and just hit save button. So here we go, I have created a to-do, and the to-do status is false. It means that it is in progress. Alright, and let's add a few more to-dos. Like I also need to learn the Spring Boot. Let's add a Spring Boot in my I'm just adding to-do learning Spring Boot in my to-do list. By default it is in progress, and I will be completing at this end of this month, so I will keep this date and save it. Perfect. Let's add one more to do. So let's bring core. All right, learn Spring core and its models, and I will complete this and next end of next month, and just I'll save this to do. So right now there are three to-dos in my to-do list. Alright. We have added the to-dos and we can able to see the list of to-dos, right? So let us go ahead and let's edit one of the to-do. So what I will do, before learning Spring Boot, I would like to learn a Spring Core. Alright, so I will change the date of this Spring Boot. So I just change it from, I will just give end of to 30th of next month, and just save it. Alright, so here we go. It is changed. The date is changed, right? So what I will, once we will complete the learning of Hibernate within this target date, then you can just edit it and you can just say complete. Alright, by default it is in progress, then you can say complete, save it, and here we go. It's a true means it's complete. Alright, so this is how we can edit the to do, and you can also delete the to do. Just I am deleting learn Hibernate because I have completed, so I can delete it. Here we go. So you can also add to dos like this. Perfect, right? So this is the implementation that we are going to look into in this video tutorial. So once you want to log out, then you can just click on this logout tab over here, and you can able to log out from the application. So this is a very simple to do management application. All right, let's go ahead and let's walk through the source code. So I have given a step-by-step explanation over here how to create this to-do web application from the scratch. Like first you need to create a dynamic project in Eclipse IDE, and you can just create a packaging structure. You can refer the screenshot and you can create the packaging structure, and you need to just execute this SQL statements or this DDL script in your MySQL workbench. First you need to create a demo database, and then you can run this DDL script so that it will create two tables in this demo database. Alright, so once you set up the project and the database, then you can able to you can able to develop a user registration model, so that that you can get from the next part. So this is the part one where you can just create a user registration model. Just you can follow the steps, like you can just create a user class, JDBC utils class, and you can just reuse the source code from here. Alright, so the same tutorial I'm going to cover in this video. So what I will do is I will just clone the source code from my GitHub repository, and I will just walk through the source code. Alright, so you have two options here. Either you can develop these applications from the scratch by referring this write-up tutorial, or the second way is you can just clone the source code from my GitHub repository. The link I have given at the end of this tutorial. So here you can find the at the end of this tutorial you can find the source code, the GitHub repository link over here. Just you can go to this link and you can just download the source code. All right, perfect. So let me switch to the Eclipse IDE. Alright, so here I have already I already have to-do management to Todo application in my Eclipse IDE, so you can also download and you can import in your Eclipse IDE. Alright, let me walk through the source code so that you can get some idea and you can refer the write-up tutorial and you can create this application from the scratch. Perfect. So first we need to create a user registration module because user post register to the Todo management, right? So and registration module and login module and Todo management, all the three modules are independent. So we first create a user registration module. So in order to do that, first create a user class. Inside a user class, we have a few fields like first name, last name, user and password. So these details are required to sign up. And this is the model here. And in let's then we create a user DAO. So this is the JDBC code through which basically a user registered data will be stored in a MySQL database. So here the insert statement, and this is the user table, and here we are inserting first name, last name, username, and password in this user table. Pretty simple JDBC code over here. And notice here this is the JDBC utils class. It contains a common get connection method. So instead of creating this code in all the DAO classes, I have just extracted it and I have made it common. Alright, and whenever you use this application, you need make sure that you need to change the credentials as per your MySQL database setup, and you need to change username, password, and also URL. Alright, once you create a DAO layer, then let's go to the user controller. And this is the user controller. This is the servlet which handles register HTTP request. So notice here we are using @web servlet annotation in order to configure this servlet. So instead of web.xml, you can also use @web servlet annotation in order to map a servlet. Alright, and here we are mapping /register to this particular servlet. And here we are handling a post request over here. Just we are getting all the request parameters, and we are creating a user object, and we are just sending that user object to the DAO layer, and inside a DAO we store this user object in a database. So this is the simple how to register a user flow. And at a view layer we have used JSP, right? So let me show you the JSP page here. So this is the register.jsp page. It contains a HTML form. Alright, and this is the action. So when we submit the button, then it will invoke this action, and this is the action we have implemented in user controller. Perfect, right? So this form has user first name, last name, username, and password fields. So user basically enter these all fields and submit the form. Notice here we have created a header as a common JSP page and footer as a common JSP page, and we have just included in respective pages. So here we have included here the header. So instead of keeping this header code in all the JSP pages, just you can extract it and you can make it as a JSP page, and you can just include in respective JSP pages. Alright, so this is how we can create a registration model. So same steps I have given in my tutorial. So notice here in part 1 we are creating user registration model, right? So you should need to follow the same order that I have created the files over here. First you need to create a user class, then JDBC utils, user DAO, user controller, and register. So I have covered all these things. Let me go through the login module now. So in a login module, you first need to create a login bin. Login bin class, it has username and password field, and then you need to create a login DAO. So inside a login DAO, you can observe here we are just fetching a record where username equal to this and password is this. So we get a record, with a user. We are just passing username and password here. So if username and password will match, then we return a true. Otherwise, it returns false. All right. So it means that we are just authenticating user with username and password with the database username password columns. Perfect, right? And here, notice here is a login controller servlet. And again, we are using add web servlet annotation in order to map this request with this servlet. And here, just we are handling a post request here. So we are extracting username and password from request object, and just we have created a login bin, and we are just passing this login bin to this validate API, validate method of login now. And once the user login successfully, then we'll navigate to the to-do list page. Perfect, right? So you can enhance this to-do management application by implementing session management, cookies, etc. So this is the simple to-do management application, and you can take this as a skeleton or reference, and you can implement as per your requirement. All right, let me go through the view layer. So inside a view layer, we have login.jsp. So it has a simple HTML form, and this is the action. So it will call to the login controller servlet, and here we are. There are two fields like username and password. We enter username and password, and we submit the form. And here again we are reusing headers and footers that we have created separately. It's perfect, right? So this is how the part one I have covered, and let's go to the part two. Inside part two, we just walk through the source code of to do code operations. All right. So first you need to create a to-do class. So this is a simple Java bin. It contains all the to-do related fields like our title, username, description, target date, and status. And it has constructors, parameters constructors, and getter setters. And next, let's have a look into to-do DAO. So to-do DAO is an interface. It has these methods, and we need to implement these methods. So we have created a to-do DAO IMPL class. It implements this to-do DAO interface, and inside this to-do DAO IMPL class, we have implemented all these to-do DAO interface methods. So let's quickly walk through these methods one by one. So this is insert to do. So this is insert to do method. We are passing to do as a parameter, and here we are using try with resource statement in order to automatically closing the connection object. And here we are getting get connection from this JDBC utility class. Alright, and just we are setting the placeholder of this statement, insert statement, and just here we are executing this the best statement. So pretty simple insert to do, and here you can see this is a select to do. Here we are retrieving a particular to do by ID, and we are returning that to do. And this is the select all to do, so we are retrieving all the to dos from the from the table, and we are just returning all the to dos. And here we are deleting the to do, so you can see here this is the SQL statements, and we have used this SQL statements in each method. And this is the update to do, and here we are setting the placeholders, and it's just we are updating the to do over here. So if to do is successfully updated, then it will return 1, otherwise it will return some 0. It's perfect, right? So this is how the to do code operations. And notice here we are using a DAO keyword here. DAO stands for data access object. So this is the data access object is a data design pattern. We basically use DAO pattern in order to extract all the database related code into a separate class. So we basically decouple all the database related source code from the business logic, and yeah, so we can enhance the readability and usability by using a DAO pattern over here. Alright, so this is how the DAO class looks like. Let's have a look into the view layer. Alright, so here you can see this is a to-do form.jsp. It has a simple form through which we can add the to-dos. So basically this page has two functionalities. One is to add a to-do and edit existing to-do. So here we are using JSTL tags in order to check whether to-do is null or not. So if to-do is not null, then we can perform update functionality. If to-do is null, then we can perform insert or add functionality. Perfect. So it has simple form through which we can submit the form. And here is a to-do list JSP page. It shows all the to-dos in a HTML table. So here you can see this is the HTML table, and inside this table we are iterating over a to-do list, and we are just showing on this table. Notice here we are using bootstrap CSS over here. So we have included CND link of this bootstrap, and we are using 4.3.1 version of bootstrap. Perfect, right? So notice here we are also using error.jsp page. So if there are any errors, then we can display this error on this page. Alright, notice here we are using this attribute is error page equal to true. It means that this page is for error handling. Alright, and this configuration we have done in web.xml. Perfect, right? And lib folder contains all the dependencies that we require to develop this application. So you can clone these dependencies from my GitHub repository. Alright, and this is the script.sql. It contains DDL scripts you can use, and you can create users and to-dos table. Perfect. So this is how the simple to-do management application looks like. And notice here we are using MUC design pattern here. Alright, so MUC design pattern stands for model view controller, and we have also structurized this project into a MUC as per MUC design pattern. Like this is a model layer, and this is the controller layer, and this is the DAO layer, and here you can see this is the view layer. Perfect. So inside a model layer you can just store all the Java models, and inside a controller layer or a web layer you can just locate all the controllers, and inside a DAO layer you can just locate all the DAO classes, and inside view layer you can just store all the JSP pages. So one more thing is you can also store all these JSP pages under web INF folder. So it is recommended that you can keep all your JSP pages under web INF folder, so that client cannot access these JSP pages directly. Alright, so you can also keep these JSP pages under web INF folder, but when you keep these JSP pages under web INF folder, then you need to change the path in a controller. For example, so if you keep a register like this, a register folder inside web INF folder, then you need to update the controller layer like this. So inside a user controller, we are just redirecting this request to this page, right? So you need to append web INF like this. Alright. So this thing I have already explained you in our previous videos. So we can just go through it, how to keep your JSP pages under web INF folder, and how to navigate these pages from the controller or the servlet. Perfect, right? I hope you got all the points. So if you have any queries or any doubts while developing this project, then you can just leave a comment or just reach out to me. And how you can run this application? So just right click on this project and run on server. Alright, so before that you need to configure a Tomcat servlet in Tomcat server in this Eclipse IDE. So I have already configured this Tomcat server in my Eclipse IDE, so you can also configure the same. And You can just right click on the project and run on server. So let's wait for a moment. The server Tomcat server will take few seconds to deploy this application. Yeah, here we go. So the application is running by default. Tomcat provides port 8080. Let's open a browser here. So let's refresh it. Alright. So earlier I have shown you the demo, right? So we have already registered the Ramesh user. So let's use that user and the application. Here we go. And you can also add the to-dos now. Let me add a to-do like getting started with Spring Boot. Let's add a date. Alright, so this is earlier I have added a few to-dos and I have just added this to-do. So this is how you can add the to-do and let me edit the to-do. Spring Boot and Spring Core. Here we go. And also I can delete the to-do. Alright. And once you want to log out, then you can just hit log out button over here. Alright. So this is how typically you can develop a simple to-do management web application. Alright guys, I hope you got some idea how to create web applications using JSP, Servlet, JDBC and MySQL. So earlier I have also created code operations using JSP, Servlet, JDBC, MySQL, where I have explained a lot of things about JSP, Servlet, JDBC and MySQL. Alright, you can also go through my previous tutorials as well. And if you want to learn JSP and JSP in depth, just you can go through my tutorial, that is a JSP tutorial. And if you want to learn in depth about Servlet, then you can just go through the Servlet tutorial. I have published advanced concepts on these JSP, Servlet, JDBC tutorials or technologies. So just you can go through my website and you can learn a lot of things over there. All right. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel so that whenever I will publish a new videos on my YouTube channel, then you will get notified. All right. So I am going to publish videos on weekly basis or the daily basis. So you can just subscribe and you will get notified. All right. So if you have any queries or any doubts, just let me know in a comment section. I will be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.